Hi everyone. This week is research paper discussion number 7, where you have an opportunity to earn up to 10 points. And let me scroll down here for exactly what it is to do for this discussion. You need to write your reference for the biographical website in APA style and put that on your reference page. You want to post that in the discussion, and it says here you do not need to respond to anyone else. You can just look at it, look at the other entries if you would like. Okay, so next I'm going to go to our home page and take a look at a source, something helpful. Let's see. Okay, this is what I'm looking for, library resources. That's under the little resource tab here on the black navigation toolbar. So when I get into libraries here, let me move the screen over. I'm going to click on Citation Assistance. And there's a lot of MLA stuff, but if I scroll down, ooh, here's APA. So I'm going to look at this APA citation cheat sheet. And it has a lot of different types of work that one might be creating references for. So they say citation here. For APA, we call it references. So if we scroll down, just to let you know for the future, these are for the online database. You can use that for your third reference. But right now we're looking for the web page. Here it is, web page. So they have a couple of different examples here, starting out with kind of showing you a pretty basic thing, author last name, comma, and then using initials, and an author last name, first and middle name, initials here, and then date of publication, period. Pretty similar to what we use for the book. Next is the title of the document. Notice this is in italics, and we're only going to capitalize either the first letter of the title, or we might have to capitalize the first letter of the title and any proper nouns, but we don't have a proper noun in the rest of the title here. And then period. And then what's really straightforward and easy about the website ones is that the last thing we do is say retrieved from, and then put the web address, the URL. That's it. Okay, so here's an example, and for some reason they spelled out David, or the whole name. They could just use the initial here, and then parentheses with the date of publication. Notice here where it starts patient information, the first letter of patient, the P is capital, and then it's a small I, but that diabetes is a proper noun there, so they put that in a capital. So again, the title of the document is here with a period. It's done in italics, and then retrieved from, and then boom, we have the URL. Remember your hanging indent. Remember to alphabetize by last name. So let me scroll down a bit, because some of you are going to have this situation here. Without an author name, instead you'll just use the name of the web page. So National Diabetes Information Clearinghouse is what they're using here, period, and then the date of publication. And Diabetes Overview is probably the article that is within the Information Clearinghouse, and then the retrieved from, and there you have it. Okay, if you have no date, which some of you may also come across, you use the initials N period, D period. Put that in the parentheses as if it were the year of publication, and then a period after. Okay, I'm going to close this for a moment and pull up an example to look at. Okay, we're going to use Marie's paper here. Thank you, Marie. To take a look at the references. So typically when I come to a paper, I immediately scroll down just to the part that we're looking at for that week. However, with Marie's paper, I want to mention a couple of other things. So I'm going to scroll down here. People asked me about how many in-text citations are the right number of citations. So I'm kind of, all right, so I'm going to pause here. It looks like Marie, she's writing about Roger Sperry and found some information written by Parrish in 2011 from a website. And she has one, and now I'm going to see, I'm sure, oh yes, I saw the other one, two in-text citations from Parrish. Okay, so that's great. That's what I asked for, a minimum number of 2, and it's a little bit artificial. I'm just trying to get you used to the feel of using an in-text citation in a research paper. So if you are only using information from one source, then it's perfectly fine to do it, to mention, to cite only a couple times in the paragraph. I would typically do it at the start of the paragraph if paraphrasing started there, and then mention again maybe in the middle, and then towards the end. I have heard librarians tell my students that they need to put it after every single sentence, and I don't 100% agree with that. I feel a little more relaxed around that. But I think one of the concerns in the librarians' minds, which I do think is a valid concern, is that what if first I'm paraphrasing from Parrish, then I'm paraphrasing from Hockenberry and Nolan, and then I'm paraphrasing from Parrish again. How does the reader know when I've switched? And that's when it becomes more important, I believe, to put in more in-text citations. You always want the reader to know where that bit of material came from. So that's one thing to keep in mind, how many citations. It does not have to be after every paragraph, but you certainly want to have it, or after every sentence, but you certainly want to have it anytime you're changing the source. The other thing is direct quotes, and I only see a little bit of quotation here, that's fine. But if you have a sentence that's a direct quote, first of all, I told you not to do that because it puts over your originality report. But if you do choose to do it, know that you have to put a page number after the year. You then put comma and page and the page number. So those two things I wanted to know. Okay, I better hurry up here. I'm going to move forward to the references. Now remember, we talked about references, and we know that this one was Parrish, that the material came from Parrish. We saw that a little bit earlier. So first, one thing is that she could use just a capital M there without the author's full first name. And then it looks as though the publication information is there. Roger Sperry, that would be a capital S because that's a proper noun with the last name there. And then the brain's inside the brain. So I think this is the name of the web page, and she would want to put that in italics. I don't know that I can edit here on this page, but this would be put into italics. And then she has the retrieved from, and I want to see the HTTP part of the URL. So this URL doesn't look totally complete. So Marie, you want to go back and make sure you get the HTTP, etc., etc., so that I could just open it in another window. Looks like there's an extra period here at the end. That's a small thing. Okay, so it looks like Marie also used something from a webpage called Nobel Prize, and that's totally great. It looks like it didn't have an author, so she put that first, and then put in the publication information, period. That looks good. And then the split brain experiments right here, this again I would put in italics. And then she has the retrieve from, that's super, and I'm looking for those HTTP parts that just help me to open up that website most easily later. Okay, so I'm going to stop there because this is a lot of information, and let you work on these a little bit more. Thank you.